Okay, today we're going to be looking at likelihood and the language of probability. So it's getting ready to be a lot of vocabulary words, so make sure you're ready to keep up. Okay, first of all, we want to talk about likelihood. You probably studied this last year, or maybe even in some grade levels before this one. It's really how likely will something happen, and it goes all the way from impossible to happen to certain that it's going to happen. Like it's certain that the sun will rise tomorrow. And it's impossible to roll a 7 on a number cube. In between there, we have all different kinds of possibilities, like less likely, equally likely, and more likely. Those are all just different ways of saying how likely is something to happen. So, what is the likelihood of getting heads when flipping a coin? Well, it's 50%, so it's equally likely. It could happen, it may not, but it's equally likely to happen. How about rolling a 7 on a number cube? Well, like I just mentioned seconds ago, that's impossible. It's not going to happen. There's only the numbers 1 to 6 on a number cube. How about rolling a 2 on a number cube? Well, there's only 1 2, and there's 6 different possibilities. So I would say it's less likely that you're going to be able to roll a 2 on a number cube. How about snowing in December in Tennessee? Well, that's more likely. Now, hey, we may not get a really big snow, but there's a pretty good chance we're going to get some snow, even if it's just flurries. So that would be more likely. Now let's start looking at the language of probability. First of all, you have an experiment. That's just any activity involving chance, like flipping a coin. A trial is each observation of an experiment. So if we flip a coin 50 times, there are 50 trials. An outcome is a result from an experiment. So if we flipped it and got heads, heads would be the outcome. Or if we flipped it and got tails, tails would be the outcome. An event is just a set of one or more outcomes. Now, let's talk about the probability of an event. When we're talking about the probability of an event, it can be range from 0 to 1. 0 being impossible and 1 being certain. You can think of 0 as a 0% chance of happening and 1 as being a 100% chance of happening. So probability is expressed as a fraction. It can be expressed as a decimal or expressed as a percent from 0 to 100. So this is the language of probability. So you'll be hearing a lot about it during this chapter, and most of it's pretty easy to catch on to as you go through the unit.